Hey, thanks so much for clicking on this video and welcome to the Haves and the Have-Nots review here on YouTube. If you're a fan of Tyler Perry, you've come to the right place. Be sure to click that subscribe button as well as the bell notification icon. That way you don't miss out on any new content on the channel. And also check me out on these social media platforms, and links in the description below will lead you to my Twitter, Instagram, Facebook group, and Facebook page. Once again, thanks for joining in and enjoy the video. All right, have and have not fans. Now, I've actually touched on this subject in several videos actually, but I just wanted to come back to it one time because this has been coming up a lot. Of course, ever since the last episode Exhausted with Benny being shot on the, steps, and people are divided over whose fault it is. And then, the question I keep seeing coming up by fans is, why does Benny call Hanna mommy? And honestly, I might actually make that the title of the video. And I actually did some research on this. I talked to some of my friends who are working in the medical field or were nursing majors, and also counseling and psychology majors, because I really wanted to come across some, in-depth information instead of just doing a Google hunt, which I actually did at the beginning, but I just wanted to get some confirmation from people working in the field or studying in that field. And really, when it boils down to it, I'm not using a bunch of fancy medical terms and whatnot. I'm just going to say it in the plainest terms that I found and understood. Really, we know that after being hit by Wyatt at the ending of season 1 and being in a coma / life support, or being in a coma / on life support for a good chunk of season 2, Benny Young obviously got off life support with some sort of brain trauma or brain damage. I think that is the easiest way to define it, because after doing research on possible side effects of coming off life support or possible side effects of coming out of a coma, basically the most common or number one potential side effect of having some sort of brain damage or brain trauma due to an injury, whether it be a fall or in this case a hit and run. I think that's the best way to just lay it out there for people to understand. And when you think about it, it makes a lot of sense, because when you think about brain damage, you think about emotional mood swings, irrational behavior, almost like a regression in mental capabilities. I think that defines Benny pretty damn well. Calling Hanna mommy instead of mom, mama, or stuff like that. And it seems like, he's being very childish in how he acts and behaves, especially when it comes to Derek and whatnot. It's one thing for, I get it, like a mama's boy to be overprotective, but doesn't he sound like a toddler whenever he comes around, all right, quit it, man. Get out of here, man. Obviously, he sounds like a disrespectful asshole, but at the same time, there's like a childlike quality to it in a way. Mainly a child that needs to have his ass whooped. And honestly, that does define Benny in a lot of situations. There are times when he's serious and whatnot and adult-like, but other times it's just stupid decision after stupid decision. Now, it's really a matter of comparing season 1 Benny to the Benny we've seen since, the middle of season 2 onward, where Benny was naive, trusting. In a lot of ways, I remember doing the blogs back when the show started, in a lot of ways, Benny and Amanda were really alike. They were the good-natured favorite child of the parents, while their other siblings, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I know we got confirmation in season 5 that Candace is older than Benny, but I do think that Wyatt is older than Amanda, if I'm not mistaken. So you can say the older children of, the Criers and the Youngs are the bad ones, while the younger ones are the favorite good ones, who are good-hearted, but at the same time, they're very naive. So it's almost like, when you think about it, think about Benny ever since he got out of the coma and came off life support. The doctor never had a chance to tell Hanna what the possible side effects were, due to the fact that she didn't allow him to do it. She just said, hey, just get him off life support. So I think that it really is the most common answer that maybe we'll get some form of confirmation, because, with Benny being in the hospital, we don't know what kind of treatment he's on. He's obviously clinging to life, so he's probably going to be on some form of life support. So it is possible that maybe when the doctors come out, say what's wrong and how his condition is, they might say that, well, there's some kind of brain trauma and whatnot. It's like, what do you mean? He was shot in the chest, right? Well, yeah, there's some damage in his skull or whatever. And maybe, you know, that's when Hanna will bring up the fact that he was in the hospital not too long ago after a hit and run. And then the doctor will bring up, oh, well, yeah, I mean, that could lead to certain side effects. And it's like, what kind of side effects? And then when the doctor rattles them off, she'll realize that Benny's behavior being such a drastic change from how he was in season 1 is a result of the hit and run. So that's the only good thing. Well, I mean, technically speaking, the other good thing that could come out of Benny's current situation is Hanna and Candace growing closer, which I did an entirely different video on. But hopefully with Benny in the hospital this time around, maybe we will finally get recognition to why he's acting the way he's acting after coming off life support back in season 2, how that affected his behavior ever since then, and what that could possibly mean for his personality now. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think we will finally get the information we've been drastically needing ever since the hit and run, and why Benny has been acting the way he is, you know, irrational, angry, almost like a regression in his behavior and personality? And I mean, I do feel like the next season might bring it up, because when you think about it, from season 1 till season 5, we finally got mention of Catherine's breast cancer. So from season 2 to season 6, a 4-season gap, we might actually get confirmation on why Benny has been acting the way he's been acting. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and I'll talk to you in the next video.